Okay, I want to go over how I have my setup for my personal planner, which is the Hobonichi A6 size. And I'm still waiting for a cover, and in the meantime I went ahead and got a ZLYC cover, and I'll show you what that looks like. You just keep my little zig pen underneath the elastic, and it works really well. It doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't do anything. And you'll see there's a lot of overhang because I think this is a passport size, but it's very inexpensive, and I've actually gotten really used to it and I like it a lot. And when I compare it to my other chic sparrow, the leather is actually fairly similar to the Outlander Jitney Red. So I think in general, if there was like a bigger version of this, I'd just use the ZLYC, I think, because I also like this little piece of hardware. Some people think that it'd be hard to write with this little piece underneath, but I actually think it's fine. I haven't had any problems with it. And I have a few things that I've added. This is just something that someone gave me, which I just for some reason think is so cute. So I just like hooked it onto the elastic back here. It's got the elastic band that comes out of the spine, so I can wrap it around very easily. At first it annoyed me that there was the overhang, but now I'm so used to it, and it feels so much better than when I was carrying the Hobonichi just by itself without a cover. And I just, for some reason, I don't want to have one of those plastic covers, for whatever reason. I like something that feels a little more organic, even though it's like, you know, leather. And I'll take you inside. Right now, I've started it kind of late, so there's a lot of random stuff in the beginning, but this was the first day. I think it looks so ugly, but it is what it is. It was me just testing out different pens. So first day Hobonichi was March 19th, and I started using it because I had some other planners. I needed a day per page, and so this seemed like it was going to work out a little bit better. But the problem is that I was putting things for work and home/personal stuff all in the same planner. So I may be doing something that's related to work, like a research grant or something, and then having to do with like starting beets or planting tomatoes and dealing with the pool, and it didn't make a lot of sense to have these in the same thing. I was starting to run out of room. I mean, if initially I wanted to have a little bit of space to kind of just do some art, just kind of fun coloring stuff, just kind of relax the mind. But you can see, like, I have to write, this is the size of my fingernail, pretty much. And this is like a note that I'm trying to take about something that's research related. So it just was not going to give me enough room. So I wound up, after, I think it starts to get around this time, you can see where now I have more space. I've had less time to do some of the coloring and artwork stuff, but you can see where now it's a little bit easier to see the things that I need to do because it's just related to home stuff, and I can put little notes and to-dos about home. Eventually it's come to the point where I do have things that are working out. You can see this is the elastic that's just holding it in, so just a single elastic, and things don't go anywhere, so it works out really well. So I highly recommend having just like a traveler's notebook type of cover if you're not into the plastic of the other Hobonichi covers. And you can see I started to put in a few things. I'm going to go back. I've been saving like little receipts from places that we've gone to kind of keep track of, you know, different than just like saying I've spent this much money on going out to eat, but actually knowing what we bought at the same time. This is when I put in my first order for the chic sparrow, and then it gets, or actually this is when it arrives. So that was my first little planner video. And you can see, because things were starting to kind of jumble up together, I wound up doing something newer this week, or just for the past couple of days, was having animal stuff, you know, all the pet stuff, separated from house stuff. You can see because our kitty got sick, it wound up that I haven't done anything for the house except pick up pee from the sick kitty. Personal stuff, and then at first I did online, but then I think I'm going to go back to what I originally had, and I did a little bit of distress ink on the back just to give it a little color, though I don't personally like these colors. But you'll see I did some stamping at some point and a little bit of stickers. Had started putting in photos because I realized I look at my planner a lot, and it's nice just to have pictures, you know, little pictures here and there of, you know, instead of like keeping them in a camera where you're not really going to look at them, you can have pictures that you can see all the time, which I found now is just so great. And then this is like a spread just to look at the different types of buying photos and putting them in, you know, doing them either 24-hour, which is a little more pricey, the 29 cents versus 10 cents, but I have to wait a while, and then it looked blurry. So it didn't seem like it was worth having to wait just to pay a little bit less, because then with shipping it winds up being, you know, almost about the same. And this, even though it's 29 cents, this was set up so that I could get, I believe it's 6 on 4x6, so it winds up being very inexpensive for just a single picture that would fit in here. And you can see these, I can fit like a ridiculous number because it's only 1 inch by 1 inch. And so I have other lists, kind of like getting the different fountain pens. I've been writing about each one, looking at the, you know, style that winds up coming out of them. And then in order to keep track of some of these kind of random pages, though I'm not going to have random pages in the future, I use the kind of monthly layout or year layout, I guess, so that I can know exactly what's on there. So especially like the Traveler's Notebooks, I know I can go to March the 5th because I had started after that and know exactly what's going to be on that page. Okay, just a little bit of stuff in the back. That's, you know, putting in more stuff to kind of make it more interesting. So probably less coloring because that seems to take up a lot of time. Ooh, and I forgot about this little guide I did show you, which is the cute little, I got this from Amazon online from Kirkland, just gold colored binder clips, and they are spectacular. So I just take a look at the top, and then I just make it kind of even, stick this guy on there so it closes properly, so I have to kind of work it a little bit. And then when I open it, I'll always open it to the page that I need, and it makes it super easy. And I just kind of like the contrast of the metal and the leather and kind of the black of the Hobonichi. I think it works really well together. Close it up, stick my pen in, and then that can go into my bag super easy. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.